This thing actually sells for really good money. This is like a $120 item right here. Hey guys, Chris here, also known as Mr. Thrifter, and we just came back from an estate sale this morning, and this is all the stuff that we got from that estate sale. It was an auction online estate sale, so basically you bid online and then you go, and if you win the item, you go the next day and you pick it up. So that's what we did this morning. We went there, we went to go pick up all of our winnings, and we won a bunch of stuff. And there's a lot of stuff that I'm not too familiar with. There's also some stuff that I am familiar with, but all in all, I think there's a lot of profit to be made in this collection, and I just want to show you guys all the cool stuff that we got. So let's start with this stack here. This stack of 7 different books of it looks like family photo albums, but they're not. These are a bunch of postcards. If you could see that, that's postcards. These are all vintage postcards from the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s and 90s. So these are, and these people, it seemed like they traveled a lot. There's vintage stamps on some of these. There's like Barcelona, there's Egypt, there's Thailand, China, you know, there is so many places from all over the world, Australia, New Zealand. There's like, I'm not gonna go through every single one, but there's so many. I paid each one of these $1 a piece. I just figured, you know what, for $1 a piece, I can't really complain. There's just so many of them, honestly. Like, this is like, the amount of vintage postcards in here is insane. What I'm most likely gonna do with these is I'm probably gonna lot these up by country or place where they're from, and just sell each individual country as a huge collection of vintage postcards from that country. There's also vintage photographs as well. I don't know if you could notice that, but there's also a lot of old vintage photographs from a long time ago. So even vintage photographs, sometimes those could sell on eBay. So I'm probably gonna just go through these eventually and just lot up according by category or by place. Moving on though, over here we have a huge lot of fishing reels. Now, I'm not too familiar with fishing reels. Like, fishing reels are not my specialty at all, but I do know that there are certain fishing reel brands that are worth a lot of money, and fishing reels in general are usually, you know, they're not really cheap. So I do, like, looking through this lot, I do know that this brand right here, Daiwa, is pretty good, and that's a pretty good brand. I know that. I have to still go through these, but like this one says Delmatic Mark II. That one looks interesting. I know this one back here is worth something. This is a Garcia Mitchell 301. That one is pretty good as well. So all of these, I'm probably gonna sell good ones individually, and then these ones over here, I'm not sure the value of these, but there's a few of these compact, just compact ball bearing ones. There's a bunch of these. I might just lot those up and sell those by themselves in a group. Oh, and there's also this one right here, Black Beauty South Bend. South Bend is another pretty decent company who makes spinning reels. So yeah, that one's brand new. So all in all, I think I paid about $60 altogether for this whole lot, and that might seem like a lot of money, but it's not so bad considering that if this one sells for 30, this one sells for 20, that one sells for 20, I've already made my money back, and everything else is going to be pure profit. So that's not too bad of a buy. I have to just be more careful about buying fishing reels if I don't know the brand. But I took a chance because they were all part of a huge lot, and I like lots because lots are good for me because I'm spending not so much money on a bunch of products. So that's what I like. Next up, we have this. This is a Heuer stopwatch, and I looked this up, and I believe it sells for about like $20. I paid it like $3, so that's just something. A little cherry on top of the cake. This is pretty cool. So this right here, if you look at this, this is very vintage. It's a vintage ping pong set, but as you can see, it's all written in German. So this is from Germany, and the brand is, I can't even say that word, but it's Es Childkrocht. It's Childkrocht. I'm gonna just say that. But that brand, if you look up that brand on eBay, they made vintage toys from like a very early era and all their toys sell for a lot of money on eBay, and I couldn't find this particular ping pong set. And I've opened it up. I've kind of just skimmed through it. I'm assuming all the pieces are there. I'm gonna do a more thorough search later, but if it's complete, honestly, it's worth a lot of money. And I'm gonna hope to get at least $100 for this. It's got the box and everything. There's a little hole at the top, which is, you know, not the best, but it's got the original box. It's from 1967 is what I'm assuming. So that would be really, really cool if it is. But yeah, I have to find some sold comps. If there is one on screen, that's cool, but I really would like to know what this thing is actually sold for in the past. I did spend $30 on this one item, so there you go. That's I don't normally spend $30, but a lot of these items on this table, I got into a bidding war with a lot of people, which is why I ended up spending a shit ton of money on a lot of these items. But looking at the eBay sold listings, I'm pretty sure that I could still make a profit even at $30 for, especially this right here. This is very valuable. It's really rare. There's not many people selling this particular ping pong set, but that's exactly why I bid $30 on it, because I think I can get anywhere from 100 to even more. I have to look it up, but good profits to be made over here. So I also picked up this Ace of Aces World War I air combat game, and when I first saw this, I didn't really think it was worth anything. So I looked it up on eBay, and the sold listings for this are pretty crazy. There's a few Ace of Aces games. They're all different like colors, but I believe these are like card games. I haven't even opened this yet. This is still sealed. I've seen sold listings for this for like 30, 40, up to $100 for this game over here. And this is a card game, or it's like a board game of some kind, and it's very vintage. It's what year is this from? This I know is going to be worthwhile because I only paid it. How much did I pay this? I paid this. I paid this $10. This thing was $10. So $10 into like 30 or 40 or $50 sale. That's great all day long. I'll do that. So I also picked up this chess piece over here. This is a vintage chess piece, and it's mostly complete, and I'll tell you why mostly, because the two of the pieces are different kind of. This horse piece is bigger than this horse piece. So I think what they did is they replaced the pieces maybe at one point, but it's still complete. It's still, they both have 16 pieces each, so that is good, and it's vintage. I could probably get about $20 to $30 for this thing right here, even with the replacement pieces. So that's pretty great. And then this is a vintage backgammon. This is a faux leather with the case backgammon set. And this is very clean. Like, it's very clean inside. It's almost untouched. The only issue with this is it's missing like 1 or 2 pieces from here and like 3 pieces of these little chips on this side, which is not the end of the world. Obviously, it's not complete, so I can't get the full amount for it. But I could even sell these pieces separately and just sell the board by itself, because people are always looking to buy replacement pieces for vintage style things like this. So I could do that, but I think I'll just sell it as is. Most people, I've seen sold listings of backgammon sets like this sell with incomplete parts for a pretty decent amount of money, like $20 to $30 as well. So that's not too bad. So if I can get let's say $20 for both, it's $40 altogether. I paid both of these together $17. So $17 for both, selling each one for $20. At least I could double my money. I'm happy about that. Okay, so this set over here is probably the set I paid the most amount of money for. How much did I pay this? Let me just check this up real quick. I paid them $46. $46 for both of them. Now, that's a lot of money for something that I didn't really know too much about. But let me just tell you what happened. So I was in a bidding war. I had this at $10 at the very beginning, these two items, and someone bid like $20 the last 10 minutes, and then I was in a bidding war towards the end. And I hate when that happens, but it happened, and it ended up, I'm very stubborn, like I like winning the item, so I just bid like a crazy amount of like $40, and I ended up winning it at 46, but besides the point. This is a Mino HD flip video device, and essentially if you click this little switch up here, the USB pops out and you can plug it right into your computer. So this is I checked this up on eBay. This thing sells for, I think, 20 bucks, $20 to $30 you can get for this thing, as long as it's working, which it is. And then this thing over here, this thing actually is a Zoom HD Q3 HD to like video recorder. And this thing actually sells for really good money. This is like a $120 item right here, which is why I was so willing to make that $46 investment into this. So $46 investment into, let's say, $140 altogether. Very, very good. It does work. It does turn on. So that is a plus. And yeah, I just wish I didn't have to pay so much for it, but there's still profit in this, so that's great. This right here is Lego DC comic superheroes. This Lego set particularly sells, if you have it completed, I've seen like sold comps for like 50 bucks on eBay. I have to double check, but around that price range. This, unfortunately, is not complete. I opened it. It's got there's supposed to be 3 like sealed bags of Lego. There's only 2 sealed bags. The first sealed bag is missing. So that's unfortunate. But Lego is very easy to lose. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sell this incomplete or as like replacement pieces for people who lost pieces from the original one. And even that I could probably get about 20 to 30 bucks for on eBay. So that is not a horrible thing, because this also came with this. It was a games lot that I paid, what was the total? I paid the total $12. So I paid this plus that for 12 bucks, and I've already made my money back with this, selling this for 20. So let's take a look at this. This thing sells pre-owned for around $30 on eBay. And this one is new open box, essentially. It's brand new. It's just the seal has been broken. So I don't think I've seen a new comp of this game. This is called IQ 2000. It's a board game from, I'm not even sure which era, but it's brand new. It looks very vintage. I'll try to flip it for you. But like the photo in the back is black and white. It's definitely not from the past 10 years. IQ 2000 makes me believe that it's from the year 2000, but it looks older than that. So I have to do more research on it, but it's definitely worth more than 30 if the pre-owned are going for 30 and selling relatively frequently. So that is a great little investment of $12 there. So I also bought this thing right here. This is a Timex Life is Ticking collection, and Timex is a pretty popular watch brand, I would say. They have this little collection of Timex stuff. I paid $9 for everything here. So $9 for this watch here. This is a Ironman triathlon watch here. We got a few different timers. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and providing they work, which I actually haven't tested these yet, but providing they work, here's one of them opened. These 2 things here, I don't even know what these things do. They look like memory cards or something. It also came with this little pocket knife of Timex, so that's interesting. Couldn't find any sold comps of this, but I might lot that with one of the items. But altogether, I think definitely I can make my money back and also make somewhat of a profit. All right, so we also have, so this is a little collection of little vintage, either like Matchbox or Dinky cars, Hot Wheels maybe. This is a Tommy car. It's a little John Deere tractor, and the wheels are like rubber. So that's pretty cool. There's also this one here. This is another John Deere one. $2 for this lot here. And these, I checked these up before. I mean, the majority of these, like this, look at this. This is like a vintage Hot Wheels food truck. This is from 1983. 1983 for this car. And most of these are all from the 80s. But the majority of these individually sell for like $5, $3 to $5 each. And what I might do with, well, what I'm probably going to do with these is lot them all up. This is from 1978, this one right here, but the color's all faded, so that's going to bring the value down. I'm going to lot these all up together and sell them as a lot. So this is actually Storm. I don't think this one is even, this is Maisto. So, and it's Marvel 2003. So, yeah, this just a few cards there. This is 7 cards here, and yeah. All right, last and certainly not least, we have. All right, we got, this is a 3-piece vanity set. I don't know anything about vanity sets, but just to see the value of vanity sets on eBay, I typed it in, and vanity sets surprised me a lot. They sell decently, and so I saw that nobody was bidding on this one thing, so I was like, let me just see what they're selling for on eBay, and they sell for pretty good money, I would say. This is a mirror. If I can get it out. Oh, hello. All right, there I am. Yeah, this is a vintage mirror. It's kind of dirty, but it is vintage. I mean, it's very old. So we got the mirror, the brush, and the comb. I think I could get a pretty decent amount of money for this 3-piece vanity set. Also, guys, I forgot to mention that I actually got this huge stack of Penthouse magazines that were all from the 70s and 80s, 1974, 1976, and 1983, I believe. And there is 19 magazines right here. I only paid for all of them here. I think I paid $35 for everything you see here. And just one stack of them, like the ones from 1974, I could sell just that one stack for about $40 right there, and each stack I could sell for around $30 to $40 as well. So there's definitely room to make a lot of money here. All right, guys, that is everything that we got at this estate sale this week, and it's a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna lie, it is a lot of stuff. It's actually the most amount of stuff that I ever got from an estate sale, but it's totally worth it. It's gonna take a few days to list everything here, but I'm okay with that. It's honestly, it's great because not only are these videos fun to make for myself and they're fun to watch as somebody watching them, but you're also learning as you're watching the video. And that's what I really like about these videos, is that you could learn brands and things to buy. Like, who would have ever thought that fishing reels was something that you could actually make money with? It's just all about learning, and I enjoy doing it. So if you guys like this video, if you guys like watching me buy other people's junk, I will gladly do it. I'll gladly do it completely for free. All you gotta do is just like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Comment down below, subscribe, like the video, and I will continue to do it just for you. So, yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Go poo yourself.